What if you could develop a partnership that lasts for a lifetime? That's not radical partnerships. The partnerships that we're talking about today, radical means that we embrace our partners in a way that we can do business together and do it in a way that it's elegant, performance-based, without any upfront money, and do it in a way that it's long-term rewards for both. A true radical partnership where everybody wins. The partners win, the clients win, and the teams win. Because there's a lot of trust. And I trust you to be fair. I trust you that at the end of that relationship with your client, when you have gotten revenues and brought that in, that you would think of me and say, that's the value that we have. And it's a radical partnership.
You and I, we're going to get together, we're going to talk this out, we're going to smooth out all the raw edges, and we're going to do it.
So what if you could develop a partnership that lasts for a lifetime? And what if that partnership allowed you to have continuous revenue streaming? And what if that radical partnership allowed you to step in a way that is performance-based, that you don't have to spend any money to start that partnership? There's a movie out called Revenant. And it's the story of about a man, Hugh Glass, who lived in the frontier, traveled helping other trappers in Canada. And with his partnerships that he had, which was to be able to trap and bring it back for money, it was also very risky because, you see, when they were out there in the wild, they were confronted with the opposition, and the opposition were Indians and others that didn't want them to have them take their traps, the things that they needed. In fact, this Hugh Glass is certainly a trapper. He was really a frontiersman.
Oh, yeah.
And was able to go out there and help his fellow men. True partnerships help them to be able to gather what they needed to. But as you see, the opposition, the Indians, came along and really fought him and put him in a situation that he, Hugh Glass, almost died because he was attacked by a bear. Left to die. His partner just went away and caused a lot of angst and anger of Hugh Glass, which, revenant, meaning coming back from the dead, to take vengeance on his partner. That's not radical partnerships. The partnerships that we're talking about today, radical means that we embrace our partners in a way that we can do business together and do it in a way that it's elegant, performance-based, without any upfront money, and do it in a way that it's long-term rewards for both. A true radical partnership where everybody wins. The partners win, the clients win, and the teams win. And that's what I'm suggesting to you as business people as providers out in the world of commerce that join me in a partnership. It's radical, I know, because I'm saying let's partner up. Let me provide for you as many contacts and connections that would help you in your business so you can grow your business, and I will do it in a way that it doesn't cost you any money, that you're able to freely connect with them. And at the end of that time, Carl, at the end of the time that when you make money, then share some of that money with me. You make money, I make money. And here's the radical partnership part, is that you decide how much I deserve to make. The value is dependent on what the value is for you. So let me be clear. I want to make as much money as I can. I want to make as much money as you will allow me to have. That's radical, because there's a lot of trust. And I trust you to be fair. I trust you that at the end of that relationship with your client, when you have gotten revenues and brought that in, that you would think of me and say, that's the value that we have. And Barbara, we will review this on a 30-day basis. At the end of 30 days, let's see where we're at. How much longer is that sales cycle from when you contacted them, from the leads and connections that I gave you, to the time that revenue comes in? How long is it taking? If it takes longer than 30 days, let's go another 30 days. And if it takes another 30 days, let's go another 30 days. And quite frankly, we're willing to step in a radical partnership, because you see, and I see, that the sales cycle varies. We want it to be 2 weeks. We want it to be immediate. The realistic part of it is, depending on your business, that it may take 2 months or 3 months. And in one that I have a partner that converts waste into energy, his sales cycle is 6 months. But here's the key: the payoff for waiting that long is larger. And so as a businessman, I have to also take in as much as I expend and invest out. That's business. So our partnership continues as long as that model, where we take in more than expend out, and as long as our relationship continues in a fair way, it continues. That, my friends, I call it radical. And it's a radical partnership.